Hello everyone and welcome to our LakePoint Kids Online Family Experience. I'm Ms. Rachel and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Have you ever played a game like this before? You have to hit the color that lights up as fast as you can. If you hit the wrong color at the wrong time, you lose. Let me see how I do. Oh shoot, okay, let me try again. Oh man, oh, too bad. Oh, you know what friends, I'm sorry, this wasn't really considerate of me, was it? Asking you to watch me play a game and not inviting you to play too? But how can I share this with you? It's not like I can pass it to you through the screen. But I know if I was watching someone play a game, I'd want a chance to participate. I know what we'll do. We'll do a light up game like this, but only on the screen. Yeah, that way you guys can play too. Okay, this is what will happen. There will be a light that flashes on the screen, either here, 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 or here. And you need to point to it as quickly as you can. We'll see how many you can get right as the lights change from spot to spot and move faster and faster. Are you ready? Let's go. That was fun, but let's try it again, only this time instead of just pointing at where the light is, we'll clap at where it is. So if it's up here, we'll clap like this. If it's to this side, we'll clap to this side. If it's on that side, we'll clap there. And if it's down below, we'll drop our hands like this and clap. Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Nice work. Let's do it again, only this time you have to move your head in the proper direction. And begin. Light games are fun, and it's pretty neat that we could play this together. I'm glad I took time to think about how you were feeling, or else I would have never thought of this idea. You know, that kind of reminds me of what we're going to be talking about this month. Check it out. Compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's needs. I'll count to 3 and we'll say it together. 1, 2, 3. Compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's needs. And when we have compassion, something pretty cool happens that involves a light, but not like in our game. Let's turn to our new verse of the month to learn more. Let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven. Matthew 5, verse 16, NERV. So when we do good things, it brings glory or honor or praise to God, and it shows people the kind of God we serve. All right, press pause and practice saying this verse 3 times, once while saying it with the lights on, once while saying it with the lights off, and once while saying it with one eye closed. So compassion, what is that again? Well, compassion is caring enough to do something about someone else's needs. And our bottom line or focus point of today is, you can shine God's light. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. You can shine God's light. And here to help us reflect on that truth is our friends from the Story Lab.
Oh. Hey, welcome to the Story Lab. Oh, oops. Whoa. Well, this week we're taking a look at the way God wants us to shine, but not directly in people's eyes.
Hey, I'm Carter.
And I'm Zeke.
And this month, we're talking about how trusting and following Jesus changes the way we treat others.
So we can live bright.
Not that kind of bright.
I was exploring in our attic at home. There's no good light up there.
Find anything?
Oh, indeed I did. I excavated this piece of ancient technology. Oh. It plays music.
How? Does it have a Wi-Fi connection?
You have to feed it one of these.
Oh, right, CDs. Can we play one?
Nope, the batteries are corroded, but I discovered something fun. Here, see how it catches the light?
Yeah, rainbow colors.
Here. You hold this.
Okay.
Lights, please. Oh, look at that.
Very cool. The CD is just like a prism.
Uh-huh.
When white light hits a CD, the fine circular lines on its surface diffract the light, which is separated into all the colors of the rainbow.
Thank you for enlightening us.
You know, I've got another bright idea.
Oh?
Oh, I'm gonna need your headlamp.
I'm in.
You ready?
Let's do it.
So, I was brick building with my little sister yesterday, and we created this.
Oh, what have we here?
Welcome to the Light Maze Challenge!
I see a maze. I see a light. What's the challenge?
This is us.
We're bricktastic.
You and me, we're stuck in the dark here in the center of the maze.
Oh, it's not dark.
Well, it will be when we turn off the lights.
Oh.
Your challenge is to direct this light in such a way that it goes along each pathway in the maze until it reaches us right here in the middle.
So we're mastering light? Let me reflect on that. Aha! Reflection! Mirror, mirror in the lab, who's gonna beat this challenge that's fab?
Okay, that is a terrible rhyme. Also, you have 60 seconds to set up the maze. Ready?
Like a light bright.
Speaking of which, lights out. And go!
Oh. Put that there, perfect. All right, that goes there. It's already reflecting.
Yes, look at that. Nice, nice.
Just a little bit more. I can see the light.
There it is. It's almost reached us.
And done!
You've managed to beat the challenge and rescue us from the peril of the dark. Lights! You did it!
Amazing!
As light enters the maze, it reflects off each mirror in order until it reaches us in the center.
Oh, thanks for making my day just a little bit brighter, bro.
Anytime.
Speaking of brighter, it's time for
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the book of Matthew.
Matthew was one of the 4 books called the Gospels. These books tell stories from the life of Jesus.
Matthew was written down by one of Jesus' followers, a tax collector whose life was turned upside down by his friendship with Jesus.
When Jesus was about 30 years old, he began to travel from town to town, teaching and healing. Everywhere Jesus went, big crowds gathered. Many sick people were desperate to be made well, and Jesus healed them.
But Jesus also cared about people's hearts and minds. So he showed them what it looks like to shine God's light by loving others.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. As Jesus began to travel from town to town, teaching and healing, great crowds gathered. And one day, Jesus sat down on a mountainside to share with his followers what it truly looks like to live for God. The truth that Jesus taught there has come to be known as the Sermon on the Mount. And today we're going to take a look at something Jesus said about us.
You are the light of the world.
Yeah, you, me, everybody who follows Jesus. We are the light of the world. Yeah, it's a powerful picture. But the light Jesus was talking about doesn't require batteries. See, Jesus later told his followers that he is the light of the world. Jesus is the source of all light, just like the sun. And we don't have our own light. But just like the moon reflects the light from the sun, we can reflect the light of Jesus to the world around us. Jesus had more to say about how we can be light.
A town built on a hill can't be hidden.
Now, we don't know if Jesus was referring to a specific hill, but from where he sat, it's likely he could see a fortress on one of the highest mountains in the land. In fact, cities and towns were often built on high ground at that time, where they could be seen by all the surrounding area. Now, fire up your imagination for a moment and picture this. You've been traveling all day, and you're hungry and exhausted. What's more, it's getting dark and you can barely see the road ahead. You desperately need a safe place to spend the night. And at last, you look up, and there in the distance you see a town, high on a hilltop, glowing with light. It changes everything. Now you know exactly where to go and how to get there. There is a lot of darkness in our world right now. But together, those of us who follow Jesus can be like that town on a hill. When we look for the needs of those around us and choose to help, we shine the light of Jesus for everyone to see. Jesus finished with another word picture.
Also, people do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand. Then it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine so others can see it. Then they will see the good things you do, and they will bring glory to your Father who is in heaven.
Every day we each have the opportunity to be light, like a lamp. And as we all know, it's not helpful to cover up a lamp. So not helpful. Here's how you fit in. God has given you love, forgiveness, joy, and a unique set of gifts. And if you don't share those things, it's like sticking a cover over your light. But when you do choose to share what God has given you, then you reflect the light of Jesus. Maybe your mom is having a super stressful day, and you might take a few minutes to help her out. That small act of kindness can remind your mom that God is always with her, even during a hard day. Or maybe there's a kid in your class who's been really quiet lately. You can offer a word of encouragement and be willing to listen, or even just sit with them. That kind of light can remind someone that they are valuable and deeply loved by God. When you choose to share what God has given you and love like Jesus, you shine light everywhere you go. The end.
Now, you may be feeling more like a burnt out bulb instead of a bright light sometimes, or maybe you're fearful of people's attention on you. But shining God's light doesn't have to mean a lot of pressure to be perfect. Since Jesus is the light of the world, our job is just to follow in his steps and reflect his light by showing compassion to the people around us. So the first thing you need to do is just pay attention. Ask God to open your eyes and show you the needs of the people around you. And meeting needs doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe it's just helping a friend look for a lost water bottle at recess, or going with your mom to deliver cookies to the neighbor who broke her foot, or smiling at the cashier at the grocery store. Meeting some needs might require more effort or more energy, but remember, you can ask the Holy Spirit for wisdom to know what to do and how to do it. Remember, you can shine God's light. Just keep your eyes open to the people around you and then love them like Jesus. Now there is a bright idea. It's time to bring it home now with our small group time, so along with your parent, listen to today's instructions. First, how can you be a light? Think of the people around you and their needs and determine what one thing you can start doing today that will shine a light like Jesus. All right, press pause, enjoy discussion, and then come back for the second set of instructions. Next, grab some yellow paper and a black marker, or some white paper with a yellow marker. Cut out the papers into different shapes and then write compassion on them. Grab some tape and string as well as the help of a grown-up, and then go around the house and attach your compassion signs to all the light fixtures or switches in the various rooms of your house to help you remember to shine a light with compassion. Parents, now is the time to either scan the QR code on the screen or head on over to the LakePoint app to fill out our online connection card. Signing our guest book lets us know who is watching and helps us stay connected to you. It also allows you to sign up for our latest LakePoint initiatives and opportunities. So kids, while your parents are busy doing that, why don't you see how many lights you can count in your house? Just a reminder that you can go back and watch your favorite LakePoint Kids online family experience on our YouTube channel or our LakePoint app in the Family Resources section. Thanks for tuning in today, friends. I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Remember, you can shine God's light.